Thank you everyone for coming out. Each one of you represent support for what we are doing in the community. My name is Stephanie Galloway. I'm the president and CEO of Valley Intercommunity Council, also known as VIC. We've been a nonprofit in the San Fernando Valley for over 60 years with the focus on food security and social services for older adults and those with disabilities. We served over 1,000 meals during COVID, and now with our grand opening, we are so excited to have another site. Thank you, Rec and Parks, for allowing us to come in here and serve more people where the food is accessible in this community. I'd like to thank Abigail Marquez for coming. She's with the Department of Aging, and it's been such a pleasure to work with you. Abigail, and I'm a little nervous. And also Rec and Parks for letting us come here, Councilmember for supporting us and allowing us to serve in your district. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to the podium Abigail Marquez, our interim, Juan Onit, our Rec and Parks representative.
Welcome everybody, what a great turnout. Great to see a lot of people here represented from the community and of course our wonderful partners. So thank you all for being here for this wonderful grand opening of our North Hollywood Senior Center lunch program that's starting soon. My name is Juan Onit. I am the Principal Recreation Supervisor for the Valley region, and I am here representing the Department of Recreation and Parks, and we couldn't be happier for this event today. The event is a testament to a partnership and collaboration with amongst several partners, some that I would like to recognize now. Of course, Councilman Nazarian and his wonderful team at CD2. Thank you for your support throughout all of these efforts, not only here for the Senior Center, but also the Ball Diamond and the Recreation Center. Thank you to you. Of course, VIC, Valley Intercommunity Council, Stephanie Galloway, and of course, and her partner, Garnet Nazarian, and our Interim General Manager from Department of Aging, Abigail Marquez. Thank you all for helping us out and bringing this initiative to life. Thank you. How about a hand for those partners? Thank you. I'd also like to thank our Rec and Parks team, Andy De La Hoya, supervisor of the East Valley, which oversees North Hollywood Senior Center. Of course, Gus Sedano, who oversees the Rec Center. Ramon Bernal, who is a supervisor for the Senior Division. Thank you all. And of course, a special thank you to Rosie Perez, who is the director in charge of this wonderful new facility. Her leadership and her team was able to bring this initiative to life. So thank you, Rosie, for searching other facilities that had this program and bringing it here to North Hollywood, and hopefully it will benefit the community here. So with this program, we feel it's going to bring new energy, maybe an increased attendance, and also that gives you an opportunity for additional recreational programs and activities. We feel that this is going to keep the senior community active, engaged, and of course, healthier. With that, our team at Recreation and Parks is proud to partner with the teams and folks that I mentioned earlier for this amazing opportunity. We believe in supporting the well-being of our seniors by creating a welcoming environment for nourishment, connection, and of course, recreation opportunities. This partnership marks only the beginning of what we can continue to nurture of this exciting journey, and we look forward to the opportunities ahead and the best serve and uplift a wonderful community. With that, I want to say thank you all for being here. We thank all our partners again, and we can't wait to get started. So thank you all for being here. And now I introduce the Interim General Manager of the Department of Aging, Abigail Marquez.
Good morning. Thank you, Juan. Let's give him another round of applause. It's buenos dias. Good morning. Again, my name is Abigail Marquez, and I am the Interim General Manager of the Department of Aging with the City of Los Angeles. It's such a pleasure to be here this morning and to see this room full of individuals from the community that are going to be coming here 5 days a week now to enjoy a nutritious meal and to be able to also access other services. We're so excited that the Department of Aging is expanding our meal program, and we are always looking for additional partnerships. I think we have about 80 sites where we partner with the Department of Recreation and Parks, and we know how vital these services are. I do want to acknowledge and recognize the General Manager of the Department of Aging, Jimmy Kim, who is not here today, but his team is here. We really want to thank him for being an incredible partner. I also want to recognize the fearless leader of Valley Intercommunity Council, led by Stephanie Galloway, and thank her and her team for putting this incredible event together. So let's give them a round of applause. Vic, as they're known, they oversee a number of sites in the Valley and have really been an incredible team of advocates that is continuing to stress the importance to the city leaders on why we need to continue to invest in our seniors. So I really want to thank them for their partnership as well. Today's celebration here in North Hollywood is a testament of our commitment to collaborate to improve the quality of life, the independence, the health, and the dignity of our seniors. This year, we know that food insecurity continues to go on the rise, especially last month when we saw the very abrupt the government shutdown and the impact that that had on individuals who were relying on the CalFresh program, which most of the participants, we have about 600,000 people in our city that rely on the CalFresh program, majority of them being seniors and children. And again, I want to lift up the collaboration with our multi-purpose centers like Vic. We activated quickly and we were able to send frozen meals home those first 2 weekends to our seniors that were coming into our congregate meal sites so that they would have a nutritious meal for that weekend as that government shutdown was in place. So I want to thank them for that. It is an issue that I really want to underscore. Food insecurity impacts one in every 4 households in LA County. Again, majority of those being impacted are seniors and families with young children. So it's really an exciting day for us to open up the doors to this dining center. I mentioned that it'll be open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, to our clients through a program that allows them to build healthy lifestyles and enjoy being in community with each other. This new meal site is part of the city's ongoing fight against hunger. And we're proud to say that between the County of Los Angeles and the city, we operate 180 congregate meal sites throughout Los Angeles County. And we have so much more to offer than food services. Our team is here from the Department of Aging. I want to recognize them and give them a shout out as well for their collaboration and their support. We're here making sure that we connect seniors to county benefits, whether it's the Medi-Cal program, the CalFresh program. We're keeping our seniors enrolled and taking full access and advantage of these services that are available. If you know of a senior that is in need of other wraparound services, we are here to make sure that we are providing them with that adequate support. Thank you again. Before I introduce the council member, I do want to say a few words in Spanish since I do recognize that we have Spanish media here. Buenos días, mi nombre es Abigail Marquez y soy la gerente del Departamento de las Personas Mayores en la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Es un día que me trae mucha emoción para estar aquí para celebrar ese nuevo centro de que va a ofrecer comida 5 días a la semana de lunes a viernes a las personas de mayor edad en la área de North Hollywood. Ese centro servirá comida, como dije, 5 días de la semana a nuestros clientes. También contamos con más de 15 centros que están apoyados por la ciudad de Los Ángeles, por toda la ciudad de Los Ángeles, que está también ofreciendo esos servicios para personas de mayor edad. Esperamos continuar con este trabajo y ampliar los servicios que ayudan a nuestros adultos mayores y a nuestras comunidades a seguir prosperando. Muchas gracias, and it is now my distinct pleasure, honor to introduce the council member that represents this district but is doing so much for our entire city, Councilmember Adrin Nazarian from Council District 2.
Good morning, buenos dias, Barrio Luis. How's everyone doing today? Better, thank you, thank you. You knew I was waiting for that. All right, so first and foremost, it's so wonderful to be with all of you. This program is in benefit of all of you. And it's not just the meal that you're coming to get. You're also getting that nourishment of interconnecting with one another, with having conversations, with sharing your wisdom, with reflecting on the past and finding camaraderie amongst new friends. These are the gatherings, actually, I very much enjoy as well, because God knows the amount of stories that you become a part of and you learn about and you get acquainted with, and the amount of cultural wealth you gain from just spending some time here. So thank you very much for all of you for wanting to be here, for taking part in this program. Thank you also. Days like this are about gratitude. So thank you so much to the Parks and Rec Department, to Rosie Perez, who made all the phone calls and made sure something like this comes to North Hollywood. Thank you to Gus for always being such a great leader for the park system in this area. Thank you to Juan. Thank you to all the Park and Rec folks. And of course, Jimmy couldn't be here, the general manager, but his focus has been point on for all of the services in North Hollywood. He's also helping with the soccer fields in the North area and Valley Plaza, everywhere else. So thank you to this wonderful department. Thank you to Abigail Marquez and her department for being the fuel that you always need. Good programs need good people. Good people cost money, right? And it's important to have the programming mechanism. So I'm so appreciative of what Abigail does to make sure that programs like this do well, stay consistent, and stay strong, and continue to grow as well. Last but not least, Vic, thank you very much for your partnership. I've worked with Vic over the course of the last 25 years. I've been in government as a staffer and as an elected official, and I've always appreciated the wonderful work that they've done throughout the community, impacting especially our seniors. So thank you, Stephanie, for your work as well. I have 3 certificates that I wanted to present to Vic, obviously, Department of Rec and Parks, and the NoHo Senior Rec. And as Adrian, my field deputy, is bringing up those certificates so that I can have all 3 of you representatives come and get the certificate, I just want to share something with you that I've learned in the time that I've been in government as well. You hear all these news stories about how California is the 4th largest economy in the world. We're the 4th. We're a powerhouse. We surpass most developed nations. California alone is the 4th. But when you look at the need in this state, you see that 40% of our population is on Medi-Cal. 40%. Medi-Cal was never meant to be an insurance plan. Medi-Cal was supposed to be a program that helped those that are in greatest need and may not be getting the support that they need. It was meant to be for about 5, 6, 7% of the population, not 40% of the population, which tells you to what extent we might be doing great things as a state, but we need to make sure that we're protecting our most vulnerable populations and making sure we come up with programs that keeps us healthy, keeps us vibrant, keeps us active. The more active we are in our minds, the more active we are physically, the more healthier we are, and the less we need to visit the doctors, medical facilities, and or keeping ourselves hospitalized. So stay active, stay focused on your health, make sure you're making new relationships and friendships, and enjoy this wonderful jewel of a service that we now have in North Hollywood.